Now, today sees the launch of a new campaign. It's to try to make sure that films are watched on TV just as the director intended. And it's a response to a recent poll here in Britain that found that more than half of us don't use the correct settings on our TV equipment. Now, the PicturePerfect campaign wants to educate us to use our TVs properly. Well, I'm very pleased to say that joining us in the studio is Steve Withers from AV Forums. Now, this is the website running the campaign. What are we doing wrong, Steve?
Well, the problem is, Martine, that when manufacturers ship their TVs, they deliberately ship them in what's called dynamic mode, which is very bright and very colourful. The idea is to make it obvious to you in a shop, catch your eye, that kind of thing. Now, fortunately, that's not ideal when you're at home. When you're at home, you want the TV to be set up correctly so that A, it's not too bright and therefore not too uncomfortable to watch, not too colourful so that it's more accurate and therefore as the creators intended. And the thing about the campaign we're trying to get across is to actually do that is very easy. People think it's probably quite difficult to set up your TV correctly, but it isn't. It's just a question of selecting the correct picture mode. All
right, well, you're going to have to talk us through exactly what differences there are. What's the difference between the kind of factory setting mode and the mode that we should be using at home in order to improve our enjoyment of the television picture?
OK, well, if you look at this video here, and that's actually me on the right, by the way, you can see that the left-hand side is showing a TV set in dynamic mode, and the right-hand side is showing a TV that's set in movie or cinema mode. And as you can see on the bumper of the car, the white bumper of the car, you're losing all the detail there. That's because the TV is too bright in dynamic mode, and therefore you get what's called clipping, which is where you lose picture detail. If you look on the right-hand side, you can see with the pebbles on the road and everything, all the details there. Also, the image is much more accurate in terms of its colour accuracy.
Now, obviously, this has got to be a worldwide problem, isn't it? Because it's not just here in the UK. Because anybody, be you in India, be you in Russia, or whatever, you buy your television from the showroom, and you take it home, you plug it in, and away you go. Yeah,
as you say, we did a poll at the beginning of the summer with Maury, and it turned out that half people in the UK weren't set up with TVs at all. They basically were just taking them out of the box, turning them on, tuning them in, and that was it.
I'm guilty of exactly that.
I think most people are, unfortunately. But it's actually very easy to get it. And the thing is that all TV content, all Blu-rays, all DVDs in this country, for example, are created to a set of standards. And all you need to do to get your TV close to those standards is to select the correct mode, which is normally called picture, or normally called cinema or movie, or if it's got it THX mode, also.
See, Withers, you're going to be getting, I don't know, 78, 80 million people around the world now fiddling with their television sets. Don't do it just now, please. Much later on.